I was extremely proud of our program and how we approached our preparation. I think when you have so many moving parts, so many young guys, it's difficult for some to get on the same page, and our guys got on the same page. My hat's off to Coach, his program, Coach Martin. They're one of the toughest programs in the country, probably one of the best defensive teams in the SEC, and there's no doubt about it that they're going to bring it each and every night. I thought we were able to force them into some turnovers. They came out shooting the ball hot. They got to the free throw line in their size. That's an extremely tall team, and it's one of the tallest teams I think Coach Martin has had in his tenure. But there's no doubt in my mind they will contend in this conference or in their conference in the SEC. I just truly believe we gave up too many offensive rebounds. We gave up too many turnovers, and that total of 55 possessions is tough to win on the road that way. And we're going to continue to learn as a program and as a staff to continue to take care of the ball, but I truly believe that our guys brought the energy level that I expected them to bring, and sometimes the ball just doesn't bounce a certain way. And I'm not taking anything away from South Carolina. They forced their pressure, their strength, their size. They imposed their will on us. And, you know, it's just one of those things. We don't see that in our conference often, and we won't. But I was extremely proud of the emotional makeup of our guys, and we'll continue to watch the film and get better as a program.
Dennis, you guys kind of withstood their first punch, and at halftime it's 45-40. Did you what changed at the start of the second half for them to kind of take control?
Well, I think we had some guys with we had two starters with 3 fouls, and sometimes our inexperience doesn't allow us to know how to play hard and play through that and know when to get out the way and when not to. And those guys took advantage of it. They pounded the ball inside, they pounded the rock inside, but what they did was wedged us after a shot went up. I think we had them at a percentage that was pretty low in the first half of shooting. And I'm extremely proud about our defense, without a doubt, because when you can come on a SEC's home turf and defend the way that we did, it shows that once we get better at closing out possessions, that we'll be one of the top defensive teams in the country. And that's one of my goals. But for the most part, they did a great job wedging and using their size, strength, athleticism to get their second shots. And I believe if you count the field goal percentage of their second shots, it's over 50%, guaranteed. And if you think about the second shots and coming away with a foul, it's probably over 75%. So I truly think that they did a great job adjusting and said, you know what, we're going to impose our will, impose our strength onto this program. And trust me, I felt it myself. As some possessions, I wanted to go out there and help them block out, but we know it's still 5-on-5. So our guys did a good job of fighting, and sometimes the ball doesn't bounce. I tried to get the referees to call some over the backs, but, all they did was smile, and I smiled at them too.
You mentioned this might be Coach Martin's tallest team.
Yeah.
He's talked about this might be his deepest and most athletic team to this point. What did you think about their depth and the way they can kind of enforce their pace?
Well,
tonight?
I'll tell you what, coming from the ACC, and it was one of our strengths at Florida State to have a rotation of 11, 12 guys to make it difficult for the opponents to scout and win by committee. I think this program, the way he has set it up, is going to win by committee. It's very difficult to defend some guards that they have, especially when they come out and shoot the ball and play as unselfish as they played. And, for me, those post players, when your four-man is 6'9" and 260 playing the four, you're physically going to be able to impose, and then you sub in another guy that's 6'9". Their rotation is one of the best rotations, I think, in the country, and lo and behold, Coach has a program and a team this season that he is going to wear some teams down for the full 40 minutes, and you'll see that rotation put into play. So it's just a matter of young guys being able to get experience, no different than everybody in the country is battling right now, and getting those guys experience and making sure they know what the expectations are.
Coach, how does a game like this against a team in South Carolina help your program as the season progresses?
Well, what it does is it allows us to see what level of competition we can bring ourselves, our inner selves, our inner body into. And I think our guys, you know, at the age that we are, and there's no excuse I'm giving, but the more we play teams like this, it gives us confidence. It gives us confidence as competitors. It gives us confidence as a program. And, you know, it lets us know, I tell our guys all the time, this is a first-round NCAA tournament game. And if we want to play in an NCAA tournament, bottle this experiences up. And at some point, we'll come right back and be able to use the game film that this environment allowed us. It was some great fans. I mean, they were loud with a minute left. And we're on a free throw line. I thought it was a 2-point game. Hey, that's what it is, but I'm not going to tell our guys that.
Thank you.
No problem.
Dennis, how is this traveling affecting you guys early on? It seems like you're everywhere. Now you go to D.C. For a couple of games. Is this part of that grind you were talking about and the experience of playing these bigger teams?
No, I love the travel. I think it allows guys to experience different environments at a tradition-rich basketball university like South Carolina. It allowed us to experience and give us something to hang our head on. And the more places we see, the more experience we'll get. So for me, the travel allows for team building, first and foremost. It allows our guys to get closer to each other. It allows us to have dinners with no cell phones. It allows us to grow as individuals, allows our staff to continue to get to know each other. So for me, the travel adds nothing but value to our program, and it allows the country to see what the Cleveland State University program is about and what our young men were molding into, world-class citizens are about as well. So I think they are doing a great job of representing the brand of Cleveland State University. So I encourage any and all travel and don't use that as an excuse at all.
Anything else for Coach? Okay.
Thank you, guys.